Are you getting into the Halloween spirit yet? Chad Robinson is here from the Brown County Library with some spooky reads that are sure to haunt your dreams. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, do you like this kind of genre?
I do, especially
Horror,
this time of year.
Spooky stuff? And Ray Bradbury is the first one you picked. And tell us about that one.
Well, that's our selection for our science fiction book club, and we're going to be meeting October 22nd to discuss this. It's a classic tale of a dark carnival that comes to a small town at the turn of the century. It seems to be able to grant wishes, but it takes a very high toll.
It's called Something Wicked This Way Comes. This is a
right.
popular book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real classic.
Yeah, okay. So that's the first one. And so you have a book club for just science fiction fans.
That's right. Yeah, we meet once a month at the Central Library and
cool.
discuss different books like this.
I love it. The next one is The House of Small Shadows by Adam Neville.
Adam Neville, he's a British author. This is a recent book, but it's a very classic ghost story. It's about an art appraiser who comes to a famous taxidermist mansion in England to appraise his collection and goes through his strange collection of dolls and marionettes and taxidermied objects. So very creepy.
Classic story told in a new way?
Well, pretty classic. You know, the traditional ghost story, although the ghosts are pretty non-traditional. So, but very creepy, very creepy.
I'm intrigued.
Yes.
Those Across the River is next by Christopher
Buehlman.
Yeah.
This is another recent book, but it's set in the 1930s, so another period book. This one is about a man, a professor who moves to a small southern town to write a novel about his ancestor, and there's an island next to the town, and the townspeople are in the habit of giving a couple of pigs to the island every full moon, and the story is about what happens when they stop paying this tribute. So very creepy.
It does sound creepy.
Lots of howling at the moon, just for a hint.
Oh, okay. Now this one, let me hold this one up. What is this one, and who's this one by?
This is by Joe Hill, which is the pen name for Joseph King, the son of Stephen King, who is a major horror writer in his own right. This is kind of a trick title. It's Nosferatu, German for vampire, and this is a very non-traditional vampire story about a man who preys on kids in a creepy Rolls-Royce vintage car, and a young girl who has to stop him with her psychic ability. So very much like his father, but a very gripping and exciting read.
Yeah, what do you think of his writing style?
It's very similar to his father's, but he you know, differentiates himself enough that he's got his own voice, and he's very gifted. So.
Very interesting. And finally, The Reapers Are the Angels.
I couldn't come here without a zombie novel. This is a zombie novel. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead, you're going to love this. It's highly lyrical. It's about the journey of a young woman trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic zombie world and her adventures therein. So very, very creepy. I
was just at the library last night, but I was looking in the kids section, and we took a spooky stories for bedtime and not so spooky, you know?
Well, we have an awesome Halloween display too, so if you're ever looking for anything to read, you can check that out. Or you can use our online Reader's Advisory Service, Future Favorites.
Yeah, and we always put a link on our website. Chad, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The titles of these books will also be on the Good Day Wisconsin website.